There's a time war to be won and some Daleks to be killed. Welcome to the War Room. Hello and welcome back to a Madman Big Finish review, a video series where I review some of the latest Big Finish releases. For this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the return of the Gallifrey series with Gallifrey War Room Allegiance. This is comprised of 4 stories. This is set after the events of the Gallifrey Time War series, a direct continuation of it. So, as usual, keeping it spoiler-free as possible. Starting off with our first story, The Last Days of Frem by Lou Morgan. Leela is assigned to the War Room by Lord Rassilon himself. There she finds an earlier incarnation of Illustra, restored from the Matrix to oversee operations. She has a mission for Leela, and will go to any lengths to ensure compliance. Now this is a solid start to this box set. It sets up the danger that Leela is in, because after the events of the Gallifrey Time War series, Leela is now by herself. Romana is essentially imprisoned. Narvin is missing, presumed dead. She is now essentially again a stranger on Gallifrey. She is truly alone without any friends or allies to help her, and is forced to work for Rassilon, the one person that she despises currently. So this box set is a great way to throw Leela into this situation, having to be forced to work for the Time Lords against her will, but she's not bending her morals, her conscience. Everything that's built her up through everything she's gone through with both like Romana and Narvin throughout the entirety of like the Gallifrey series, all of that. There are a few moments that show this, because her mission requires her to help destroy a planet and its people, and that's not something she wants to do. But if she doesn't comply, she will be essentially tortured, hurt, if she doesn't do it. But yeah, I thought this is a very solid story by Lou Morgan. I really enjoyed it. That leads us into our second story, The Passenger by David Llewellyn. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Cardinal Radmus arrives in the War Room and vies for control with Illustra. But first they have a mystery to solve. A sole survivor from a Dalek attack has returned home. But is he a hero or a threat? This was another solid story. The twist, the whole, is the person a hero or a threat? It's very easy to figure out. They don't try to kind of hide it. It's like, okay, something's up. Something is obviously up. But I really did like this story as well, and it's a nice kind of reappearance for Rasmus. I think he was in the 8th Doctor Time War, and he was in the War Doctor series as well. So I like the character of Rasmus and his kind of like butting heads with Illustra, and how Leela thinks of him, especially with in the next story, with how she feels about Rasmus. But overall, I think The Passenger was definitely a solid story, and that leads us into our penultimate, our third story, Collateral Victim by Alfie Shaw. Rasmus, Leela, and Veclin are dispatched into a dangerous territory, a place where time itself is in tatters. One TARDIS and its crew has already been lost. Will the Nova system claim another? Now this is, while it is also another solid story, this is the one I found the most interesting because of the kind of the premise and what happens in this story, and the reveal of what's actually going on. I just found it very intriguing, and that kept me engaged with the story, with what was going on, because it's told in 2 ways. There's the actual story itself, and then there seems to be 2 people, like after the events of the story, one of them recounting what has happened, but whatever they say slightly changes what happens in the main story. I found that kind of like plot device, that thing, very interesting. So I really like this story, Collateral Victim. Close second favorite. But But my favorite, of course, is our last story, The First Days of Faden by Sophie Isles. Again, I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. Faden was one of the first worlds destroyed in the Time War, but now it is back. Daleks and Time Lords race to the planet's new location. Something has arrived which could turn the course of the war. And for Leela, an even greater shock awaits. Now there's no real point of... There's not really much of a spoiler because he was announced to return. He is on the cover of this box set. He was in the trailer for this box set. This story brings back Narvin. One of the big mainstays of the Gallifrey series. And I'm happy he's back. We did kind of get Narvin in the Doctor of War, but that's an alternate version of Narvin. But this is proper Narvin back in the story. It's just great to hear him again, and I'm being reunited with Leela. It's also a great moment for Leela, sorry, because like I said earlier, towards the start of this, she's just by herself. She has no one that she can really trust. No one that's been her friend for so long. They're all gone in her eyes. So being reunited with Narvin is fantastic for her. The overall story itself, I really enjoyed. The artifact, the so-called the something dangerous that could change the course of the war. I really liked the kind of the design for that, to say design, premise of it. But overall, it's a great reintroduction for Narvin into the Time War series. Hopefully, not the only one. Okay, we need Narvin back. I'm going to assume, because this is 4 box sets, if I recall correctly. Obviously, Romana's going to come back. You can't be like, okay, we're getting rid of Romana, and it's like, no, she's been like there from the beginning for the Gallifrey series. So I assume Romana will obviously come back. So just having the potential of the 3 back, our gang, our 3 musketeers of Romana, Leela, and Narvin, that'd be amazing to listen to have them back together again. But for now, with Leela and Narvin, it's fantastic. Really good story, really good characters in this. The General really stands out in this one as well. General, if that most will remember from the Day of the Doctor. He really stands out in the story as well. Really shows who he is as a soldier and who he is as a person. As Leela just views all of them. They're just cogs in the Rassilon's system. They're just there to follow orders. But a kind of a fantastic end to this box set. So if I were to give this box set a rating, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. I really like the Gallifrey series. It's from whence it started delving into it's a topic I wouldn't really go for, like the politics, the secrets and the conspiracies of a society. It's not something I would go like, oh yeah, that's something for me. That screams this is for Chris. But I've been enjoying the Gallifrey series. The Time War series as well has been fantastic. So now that it's back, I definitely want to listen to more of this. I can't wait to listen to more of this series. It's a bit of a long wait for the next box set. Unfortunately, if I can get it to load up here, I'm pretty sure it's next year. It is literally almost a year. Yeah, July next year. Just give it to me now. I won't spoil anything. But I definitely enjoyed this box set. The cover itself, I really like the cover. I'm kind of sick of the whole. It's been popularized by the whole Marvel style posters. Let's just put people there. Let's just put people together, and that's the poster. I'm kind of sick of this style, but I think it works for this one. It's just hey, here's all the main characters. Yeah, but it's done in a way where it's at least is eye-catching, interesting, compared to MCU style posters that do that, where it just seems kind of lazy. But this one, I really like the cover for it. Not much more I can say about that. But yeah, overall with the first of the War Room box set, Allegiance, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be listening to more of these. Big Finish is still getting my money regardless. Oh, I almost forgot, they introduced a new theme for the Gallifrey War Room series. Because I just thought to myself, oh no, they're just going to keep the same one they've been using since Intervention Earth to Time War, that theme. But no, they've gone with a new one, and I really like it. I think it's a really good theme. Really capturing the whole, like, you know, space, time, but in a war setting, like mixing of that. I'm not a music guy. I can't really describe it well. I'll just say I like it. That's the best way I can. It does a thing. It sound good. So to my peanut brain, it sound good. See, that's the best way I can describe it. But no, I really like this new theme for Gallifrey War Room. It's a very fitting theme, and when it's used in like parts of the stories, like big, like kind of like heroic, like parts to the story, it fits well and bolsters those scenes. So it was definitely designed well to fit for the overall tone of what this series is going to be, and for those parts in those throughout each of the stories. But yes, that is my review, my discussion of Gallifrey War Room Allegiance. Thank you everyone for watching. Check out my previous reviews. Check out any of the videos my co-hosts have done, and as always, remember to check out our live streams. Okay, you know, some pretty good stuff going on there. I'm not being biased, of course, because I'm in it. But that's all for the video. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.